Happy New Year, guys. Thank you so much for clicking and welcome back to this channel. If you're new, welcome. So in today's video I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful braided wig, and I just want you to comment down below if you love the color, if you love the style, if you don't like the color, if you don't like the style. And there's a poll I shared with you and asked you which content you wanted me to share this year, and most of you suggested butt and hip hack, and so I'll try and balance DIYs, fitness, shapewear, butt and hip hacks, and also wig tutorials and reviews. Okay, so let's get into the tutorial. So the first requirement for this tutorial is ear to earless front cap, and there's a detailed tutorial I shared with you on how to make this cap. So just in case you're interested, kindly check the description box down below. So basically what I did, I just took a lace and sew it on my dome cap, cut the cap, and just that was it. But you can alternatively just buy the cap if you can't make it. The next step for this tutorial is to mark the shape of your hairline on the cap, and this is very important because it's going to guide you on where you're going to pin your braids. I'm going to use these braids for today's tutorial. I'll put a link in the description box down below on how to make these braids. Just in case you're interested, guys, again, check the description box down below. So for today's style, make sure your braids are long because you're going to create a zigzag. That requires long braids. So the next step is to pin down the braids on the cap. So when it comes to like these braided wigs, you can achieve any style that you want. So what matters is how you pin down your braids. So another thing I realized after I made this wig, I should have started with one braid instead of two. Like you see the way I've pinned two, it should have been one, just to make it look more natural, because you want to create spaces between the braids and make it look natural. So after you pin it down, after you pin the one braid down, you're going to follow it with a zigzag. And then also advise you to sketch the shape of the braids before you start pinning them down. Like that is going to guide you on how your wig is going to look or where you're supposed to pin down your braids. You can as well create the turns or the zigzag like until the end of the tip of the braid, but then I realized if I continue like turning it and creating the zigzag, the cap might be seen, like someone might see the black part of the cap, and I want my wig to look natural. I want someone to think that it's my scalp when it's just a lace. So I'm just going to alternate, pin the two braids down and then follow them with the zigzag. So right now I'm just trying to measure the size of the zigzag because I wanted them to be the same. So that's why it's advisable to first of all sketch the shape of the braids or the shape of the style that you're going to make or create before you start pinning your braids down.
Abrázame toda la noche, no nos queda mucho tiempo más. No quiero perder lo que queda. Seguimos siempre la pasión y confiamos solo en el amor. Yeah. No quiero perder lo que queda.
So I was counting the spaces between the first zigzag because I wanted like the zigzags to be the same, the shape and the length of my zigzags to be the same. But then you realize like the space on the sides of your head is not the same as the space of the middle part of your head. So like on the sides, the zigzags are going to be shorter compared to the middle part of your head. I don't know if you guys can notice, but I didn't pin my middle braids like in the middle part where I had marked earlier when I was sketching my head. So that can affect the shape of your wig, and it actually affected the shape of my wig. Like if you want your wig to look natural and if you want your wig to fit your hairline so well, just pin your braids where you marked. And that's something that I didn't do. I pushed the braids, as you can see, and it will affect the shape of my wig. So just pin and sew where you marked.
Trátame toda la noche, no nos queda mucho tiempo más. No quiero perder lo que queda. Seguimos siempre la pasión y confiamos solo en el amor. Yeah. No quiero perder lo que queda. Y más allá.
So once you pin the braids down, the next step is to sew the braids on the cap, and make sure your stitches are tied.
You hurt me, you did, several times. It hurts to admit that we're no different. I find it hard to commit, but you don't even try. Still I'm better with than without you. Oh, I'm on it, I want it, but why do you seem to call it your eyes? I can't tell if you're here or you're out there. Do you wanna be out there? You don't need to be Prince Charming to me. I just need this to be real. I don't need no fairy tale. You don't need a kill, pregnant for me. Ooh, I don't need no fairy tale. Still, every time, whatever it is, I keep on trying. 'Cause it ain't hard to forgive when you know what it's like. That's why I'm better with than without you. Oh, I'm on it, I want it, but why do you seem to call it your eyes? I can't tell if you're here or you're out there. Do you wanna be out there? You don't need to be this to be real. I don't need no fairy tale. You don't need a killer pregnant for me. Ooh, I don't need no fairy You don't need to be Prince charming to me. I just need this to be real. I don't need no fairy tale. You don't need a killer pregnant for me. Ooh, I don't need no fairy tale. I don't need no. Hand on the wheel, got my pistons pumping, all 800 horses running. Oh, baby. 125 in the middle of the night, got my engine thundering. Dream machine, racing queen, I'll take you wherever you wanna go. Let's slow us down, break the speed of sound tonight.
So guys, here's the wig. It's very, very light. And then I saw the band on the sides, like temple to temple here and to here, at the back and under my ears. Yeah. So I don't feel like I should apply concealer on the lace because, as you can see, it just resembles my skin tone. So I'm just going to wear it like that, not applying concealer.
Flashing behind me. Dream machine, racing queen, you make my heart beat, you make my heart beat. Born to ride, Mustang 65.
So guys, as you can see, it just resembles my skin tone. Like I don't have to apply concealer on this lace.
Drop the clutch, pedal to the floor, turn that caper into a lion's roar. Dream machine, racing queen, I'll take you wherever you wanna go. Let's slow us down, break the speed of sound. Tonight we own the road. Dream machine, racing queen, you make my heart beat, you make my heart beat. Dream machine, racing queen, you make my heart beat.
I've used this Eco Gel and Got2b, but now the problem when you use Got2b is like when it's glued on your forehead. When the baby hair is glued on your forehead, like you can't reshape it again. You can't style the baby hair again because it becomes white. Yeah, so let me hope it's going to be okay and neat. Yeah. So then also another thing, when it comes to baby hair, I advise you to use human hair or cocoa braids, because if you use any other hair, it may not be perfect. Because the hair that I've used today, I can't remember the hair, but it's not cocoa braids and it's not human hair. The baby hair is not perfect, but the reason why it's like this is because I've not used human hair and I've not used cocoa braid. That's why it doesn't look like that perfect. But if you use human hair, yeah, it's going to be perfect. Like I've told you, the thing with Got2b is that once you have applied it, you can't wipe it unless now I wipe it with water, because if I try to style it again, it will be whitish and it won't be neat. Yeah. So another thing that I advise you to do is sew one line instead of two, because you want it to look natural. You want the wig to look natural, like leave some space between the zigzag and this one braid in the middle. Yeah. Okay, so guys, what do you think about this style? Just comment down below if you love it, if you can try it. Yeah.
I'm afraid sometimes. I know I get drunk some nights. I know I get way too high. I just wanna live it up with you. I know that it might be tense. I know when you've had enough. It's just how I show my love. Girl, you cannot live it up with you.
That was it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you learned something from this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in my next video. Bye. The problem with got2b is that when you apply it on the baby hair and maybe you've made a mistake, you want to just like correct it, like you just have to wipe it off again because it can be messy. It's whitish. So let's see if this is gonna work.